Start by lying on your back. Take a few deep breaths and acknowledge how your body is feeling at this moment. When you feel ready, reach down and pull your right knee to your chest. Clasp your hands together just below the knee. On the inhale, use your bicep strength to pull your knee closer to your chest. On the exhale, feel the stretch move all the way down your leg and into your lower back. Hold the stretch for 5 breaths. Keeping your right leg bent, move it across your body so that you come into a spinal twist. Work to keep your right arm onto the ground. When you're ready, release and switch sides, pulling your left leg up to your chest. Take 5 deep breaths and feel the stretch in the left side. On your right leg, you may feel a stretch in the hip flexor. Take your left leg across the body for a twist and try to keep your left arm on the ground this time. Remember to breathe in and out and release when you feel ready. Now bring your right leg up again, but this time straighten it towards the ceiling. Reach for the back of your leg and try to pull it towards your face. Keep your left leg grounded on the floor. Work to straighten your right leg as much as you can. You want to feel an intense but not a painful stretch down the back of your leg. Clasp your hands together, but release your index finger. Begin to crunch. Crunch 10 times to the side of your leg. Be sure to keep the movements controlled and slow. You don't want to use momentum to get you up. You want to use your stomach muscles to get you up. When you've done 10 crunches, release that leg and grab the back of the left leg and pull it towards you. Again, work to get it straight, but you shouldn't feel pain, rather an intense stretch. Now let's start our crunches again. Put your hands together, releasing your index finger, and begin to crunch 10 times to the side of your left leg. When you're finished, put both legs in the air, but keep your butt on the ground. So don't let your hips come up off the floor at all. Pull your legs towards you. You should feel a gentle stretch in the back of your legs and maybe even your low back. Release and put your legs straight up in the air and begin crunching. Try to touch your toes. Do this 10 times. When you're finished, release your legs back down to the ground. Put your knees at a 90-degree angle with the floor. Push your palms into your thighs and your thighs back into your palms. This should activate your stomach. Make sure to keep your low back on the ground for this. It's a similar feeling to doing a yoga-style plank pose. Try to hold this for 5 breaths. Now, grab the back of your legs and stimulate your spine by rolling back and forth on your spine 4 to 5 times. Come up and lie on your stomach. Our first spine strengthening exercise is called Cobra Pose. Place your hands right below your shoulders so that your fingers line up with the tops of the shoulders. Make sure that your elbows aren't splaying out. You want them in close to your body. Squeeze your legs together tight. On the inhale, lift your chest while keeping your palms and the rest of your body flat on the floor. Keep your legs squeezing together. You can look straight ahead, look down on the floor, or look up. Whatever feels best for you. Hold for 5 breaths, come out, release your hands, and then look to the right. Again, make your whole lower half of your body tight. Squeeze your legs together and put your palms on the floor beneath your shoulders. On the inhale, press only your chest up. You should feel some engagement in your lower spine right above the sacrum. When you're finished, come out, turn your head, and look the other way. Now we're going to do a pose called locust pose. Place the backs of your hands on the mat straight beside you. Place your mouth down on the mat. On the inhale, you want to press your chest and the upper half of your body into the floor while trying to raise your legs. Your legs should be sealed tight and close together. Come out after 5 breaths and turn and look to the right. Here we go with our second set. Place the backs of your palms on the floor. On the inhale, lift only your legs and keep your legs together and tight. Try to press your chest and the upper half of your body into the floor. Come out when you're ready. Then turn and look to the other side. For this next pose, you want to put your arms straight in front of you. On the inhale, lift your left leg and your right arm. Hold for 5 breaths and release. Now lift the right arm and the left leg. Hold for 5 breaths and release. Finally, let's lift both legs and arms together. On the inhale, lift both your legs and your arms and try to keep your legs close together. Don't let them splay out too far. After 5 breaths, come out and turn your head and look to the right. Now let's do another set. Raise your left arm and your right leg and hold for 5 breaths. Now the other side. On the inhales, try to breathe into your low back. On the exhales, try to extend your leg and your arm. Now let's do both arms and legs simultaneously. Hold for 5 breaths. Come out and turn and look to the left side of your body. Here's our last spine strengthening exercise. Clasp your hands together behind you if possible, and on the inhale, lift your chest and your legs. Try to keep your hands above your butt. Lift everything and hold for 5 breaths. Come out and look to the right. Here we go with our second set. Reach your arms back and point your toes and try to bring your legs up. If you can't keep your hands clasped, that's okay. Come out after 5 breaths and look to the right. Push yourself up and turn and lay on your back. We're going to do an exercise called bridge pose. Clasp your hands underneath you and lift your hips up. You want to try to use mostly the tops of your thighs to drive this pose. Slightly engage your butt as well. You want the back bend to happen mostly in the upper back, so your chest should be opening. Keep pushing your hips up and up and up, but don't let your knees splay out. Hold for 5 breaths and come out. When you're ready, do a second set. On the inhales, push your hips up, and on the exhales, move the back bend into your upper spine. When you're done, come down and you can windshield wiper your knees. Next, we'll do a pose called plow pose. What you want to do is bring your legs over your head and keep them straight. You can lift your low back up off the floor if you wish. You should feel a stretch in your low back. Hold that position for 5 breaths. When you're ready, come out and sit in cobbler's pose. You want to sit with your feet together and your knees out to the side. Grab your feet and try to press your knees down further with your elbows. Keep your spine straight in the first round. You should feel a stretch in your inner thigh and your outer thigh region. Hold for 5 breaths. Let's do a second round. When you're ready, grab your feet again and push your elbows down into your knees. You can drop your head this time towards your toes. Finally, we're going to end with a spinal twist to reset your spine. Take your right leg and place it over your left knee. Your left leg should be straight out in front of you. Take your left arm and use it as leverage to twist your body around. Stay upright and don't dump into your back hand. Come out and repeat on the other side. Try to keep your spine straight and both hips should be equally on the ground. Think about rolling your hips forward instead of sinking back into the spinal twist. Finally, slowly roll your spine down 1 vertebrae at a time so you're lying in Savasana. Nice work. Enjoy your relaxation.